Passenger and Hell or High Water. Eleri with you here on BBC Radio Wales. Now then, my next guest is the star of the Welsh thriller, which became a total sensation earlier this year. Absolutely everyone was talking about it. It was watched nearly 10 million times on the BBC iPlayer, and yellow Macs were flying off the shelves. I am talking, of course, about the crime drama Keeping Faith. And if you missed it the first time round, well, actually, the second time round, because it's been done in Welsh as well. So if you missed it the first and second time around, then don't worry, because the entire series is being shown again starting tonight on BBC One. And this time, everyone in the UK will get to watch it, not just here in Wales. Faith, played by the electric Eve Myles, is with us now. Eve, how are you? Great to see you.
Oh, it's lovely. Always to see you, my lovely. Always.
Come on now then.
No, listen, I'm just really happy to be in here, right? It means I can hide away for a couple of hours and I can divert from my nerves and my anxiety. So thank you very much.
Are you nervous about tonight?
Yes, very,
How
very
can
much
you be nervous? 9.5 million have already watched it.
I know, it's a bizarre... I can't quite find the words for it, but it's... If I simplify it, I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly grateful for this. But tonight, it seems, I feel like I've worked my entire career up until this point.
Yeah.
And tonight is such an important, it's unprecedented for me, really, because we worked so hard on this series, and for it to have gone from strength to strength to strength by word of mouth.
Yeah.
Tonight just feels like it is a celebration, but I'm also still going, oh my goodness me, this is incredible.
Not everyone's seen it. Tell us a little bit about the basis of the story, about Faith,
yes,
and the situation she's in.
Well, Faith Howells is the character that I play, and we live in a place called Abercorran, which is essentially set in Larne down in beautiful West Wales.
Yeah.
And we are introduced to the Howells family, and we are a happy family, and we are a content family, and we are very much in love, and the children are happy, Mummy and Daddy are happy, and then Daddy wakes up in the morning, kisses the children goodbye, kisses Faith goodbye, drinks his coffee and leaves the house and never comes home. And from that moment on, Faith Howells' world completely changes and implodes. And essentially we are dealing with a drama that dramatises all our hopes and fears. And it's about the mental health of a family going through on the tipping point of a crisis.
Yeah.
And it's about humanity, Eleri, it's about humanity, love and loss. And there's a lot of, it sounds very dark. The premise of it is very dark, and it does go very dark, especially from, I'd say, episode 2, we go into a very different territory on the series. But there's an awful lot of lightness and love and joy in it and Welshness in it.
Is that the reason why so many people have connected to it, you think?
I think when you put your heart into something and you give everything to that piece, and every person, not just the cast that you see on the screen, but the crew, everybody was really, really invested in Keeping Faith. And I think that we didn't only just give our heart and give a performance, everybody give their soul.
Yeah.
And I think that's connected with people because there's honesty. Everything has been played with raw realism, and there's honest performances. Nobody held back.
Can you be honest then? Because you say you worked all your life for this moment.
Yes.
And it wasn't long ago, because, we often see you on network series. We loved you in Torchwood. We saw you in Doctor Who. We saw you, of course, in Broadchurch recently, a very English scandal. And you had come to a point in your career where you thought, I've had enough, I'm too frustrated, I've fallen out of love in acting or of acting. When was that, and why did you feel like that? How were things going for you?
I was 20 almost 20 years into this profession at that point. And the problem is with me is that I love my job so very, very much. And I'm a perfectionist with my job. I mean, I have sleepless nights over things that maybe I filmed the day before and I'm not happy with. I don't feel like I got it right. Yeah. And I'll go back and I'll beg and plead to do it again. I'm a perfectionist. And when I can't do my job, I'm not a very happy person. And I can't imagine what it must be like for Brad to live with me when I'm that frustrated that I can't do my work.
So that's your husband?
That's Bradley.
Who is Evan, of course, in Keeping Faith.
That's right. But it's I'd got to a place where the same kind of pattern of work was coming in. And I felt, I'll miss this one. I'll miss this one. And that kind of went on for a while. And I thought, this isn't right. This isn't what I should be doing. Yeah. I'm starting to sit back and get comfortable in not working. Yeah. And it didn't last very, very long. And I thought to myself, well, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? I need to take action on this. Maybe I need to do something else for a while. Just for a while. Let's see what happens. And I had a wobble. It was a wobble. And I just went, right, that's it. I'm going to go into midwifery. That's what I want to do. So I got in touch with my midwife and I said, Angela, I'm thinking about becoming a midwife. And she said to me, well, what makes you think, Eve, that anybody in the late stages of labour wants to look down in between their legs and see Gwen Cooper there? And I thought, it's not the Gwen Cooper bit you're worried about, is it? It's not. It's John Barrowman popping up behind me is the bit that's terrifying every person in the nation. And I thought, yeah, you're right. The right thing has got to come along. And there she was. And faith was there. And there's no bigger challenge for me.
You can't get a job and call the midwife, just for future reference.
Yeah.
Do you think it's special as well for you because Brad, your husband, is in it as well and you've been able to share this journey together?
Share? I can't get rid of him. I swear, I've tried. About 20 years now. I've tried. Honestly, I've left food outside for him. That normally works.
Listen, we're going to have a song. We're going to have a song, all right? Okay. Oh, my goodness me. Eve Myles is with us today. And, of course, we have chosen to play this song because there's no other song that we could play at this point.
Steak on the pavement, that's what he likes. I'm not going to talk about it.
She's off. This is what we heard, you see, on a Sunday morning when she was here on BBC Radio Wales.
Let loose.
Oh, my goodness me. Give a coffee and this is what you get. Listen, let's hear the beautiful track that was written by a Grammy Award winner, of course, Amy Wadge, for Keeping Faith. And this is Faith's song.
Oh, wow.
Give you all that you needed. You cut, but I'm bleeding. And all of my strength I give to you. I love completely. You lose, then you leave me. And all of my hope are left with you too. But I give my heart, all I did, I give my heart. And although it's lost, it is still beating. I give my whole soul, I did, but I give my soul. And although I'm broken, but I am still breathing. I will sleep through the moment that I gave my heart. All I did, I gave my heart. And although it's lost, it is still beating. And I gave my whole soul, I did. I gave my soul. And although I'm broken, I am still breathing.
Beautiful. Amy Wadge and Faith Song from Keeping Faith.
Isn't she incredible?
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I mean, she's so talented. We gave her those scripts, and she came back literally a couple of days. And I remember myself and Pip Broughton sitting down and listening to it, and just both of us just going, "This is very special." She's very special. And I've told Amy this, but there'd be big, big scenes, as you will see if you haven't seen Keeping Faith, but there are big, 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 big scenes. And I'd have, just before doing them, I'd have her in my ear.
Really?
And I'd have Faith's song, and I'd have Evan's song, and I'd have the Pain song. And it just fed me and helped me through some of the really very difficult scenes. So she was with me all along. She's been like my little guardian angel through this.
How fascinating.
Yeah.
How fascinating.
Yeah.
Can I ask you as well?
Depends. What is it? Is it rude?
No.
Oh, well, then don't ask me.
You're the star of it. But there's also another star. And I'm not talking even about your husband, Brad. I'm talking about the Yellow Mac. Now then, did your mind blow when you heard that Grazia magazine was mentioning Faith's yellow coat as a style inspiration?
Well,
Do you know this, you?
I'd been sent it on Twitter. And, well, what can you say, really?
You look good in yellow.
Oh, thank you. Do you know it's a colour I never use?
Well,
Not until now. I've got no choice now. Every coat in my house is an Keeping Faith coat that I've nicked.
read your Times.
I know.
You're nearly centre spread there. Everything is yellow, even the print. Even the print is yellow.
Everything.
You could be the new sunshine goddess
Oh, my goodness.
of yellow.
Oh, if only they could see the darkness that lies underneath.
Do you have one in your wardrobe?
It's funny because when you play someone like Faith, that coat will have... It's funny, it must have just translated, it must have come through somehow. The coat meant different things to me in different scenes. Like it's motherhood to me, and it's strength. You'll always see me putting that on when I need extra strength, or I'm going to get find another piece of information out or whatever. And it became her kind of coat of armour.
Yeah.
And then you have Claire Ripley then, who had that kind of like mackie coat in Broadchurch. And at the end, it's Gwen Cooper, those big leather kind of like, cool biker jackets. And at the end, they'd always say, well, we've got lots of them. Please take one. And you just can't. You just can't, because every time you wear it, it's who... I'm that character again.
Oh, right.
And you look ridiculous at the school gate because everyone goes, oh, you just nicked that off your last show. And you try to say, no, and you've been rumbled. But no, it's funny. I can't take that. My kids have yellow jackets.
Oh, have they?
They do.
Oh,
And
so you
everyone goes,
walk
"Oh."
out with them?
I do.
They're in the mini yellows and
They
not
are.
you. That's funny.
And
That's
they had
funny.
them before Keeping Faith. And people kind of go to me, oh, I see what you're doing there. And I go, no. I'm just recycling. That's all I'm doing.
Second series?
In development.
Great.
And we hope very much that we have good news soon. But, Eleri, I've done this for a long time, and I intend to do it for a very long time. And I just think we're blessed to have had that freedom to have made this kind of programme.
Yeah.
And I don't know how often that comes along, but having made the first series, I'm a very happy lady to have done that.
Well, let's hope. Let's cross everything.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure that the agent's phone is ringing non-stop now. I've got to mention a very English scandal.
Oh, yeah.
You got the opportunity, of course, to work very closely with Ben Whishaw. Oh,
Yes.
my gosh.
Yes.
And did you come across Hugh Grant as well? You
Yes.
did. So what was it like being a part of such a fantastic mini drama series?
As soon as I read the script, I knew it was going to be, it was going to knock it out of the park because Russell's writing is just, it's always just
course.
so good. Russell T Davies.
That's the connection as well.
Yes,
So did
yes.
he ring you? Because Torchwood, of course.
No, I had to go and meet Stephen Frears, and of course Russell knew that I was doing all
Yeah.
that. But we had to go through all the proper process because it was such an important piece, and of course it was being made by a filmmaker.
Yeah.
So I went up to meet him, and you just knew it was going to be something very, very special.
And your character. Oh, it
bless
was
her.
fantastic. It was a shame it was so short. She came to a very... We won't spoil it because I think it's
No.
still maybe on
Yes,
iPlayer.
it is on iPlayer, yes.
But you were fantastic in it.
Oh, thank you.
And you know what? I was enjoying you on a Sunday morning.
Oh, it was fun. I loved it.
What did you... Because obviously acting is your first love, I would
Yeah.
presume. But you slipped into the presenting role, like putting a pair of... lovely, comfortable slippers on.
Oh, well, coming from you, that is an amazing compliment. Thank you very, very much.
But you were so natural. How did you enjoy the experience?
I think that's what it was. Maybe I overly enjoyed. I was saying to you earlier, and, completely overly shared everything.
And that's why we love listening to you on BBC Radio Wales on a Sunday morning.
I just had so much fun. I mean, I had a lot, there was live, people singing in live gigs. There was chocolate being brought in, meat, cheese. What more does a Welsh woman want?
What a show!
I hope people aren't tuning in on that last bit.
Meat.
And it was just brilliant. I loved talking to people and interviewing people and finding out about their projects. And music is a big thing for me. Music, I love my music. And that feeds into my work. So it was a new thing. It was a challenging thing. And it was being thrown into the deep water again, not knowing whether I'd come back up for air. And I hope it worked. I loved it. I really enjoyed it.
You swam like an Olympic swimmer.
Have you seen the size of my feet?
They're not flipper sized, can I just
No,
add?
but they're webbed.
On that note, thank you very much to you,
Can I just
lovely
say to
Eve.
Wales, my feet are not webbed.
The electric Eve Myles. And you know what? You can see her as Faith, of course, because if you missed it first time round on S4C, Un Bore Mercher, the second time round on BBC One Wales, BBC One Network starts tonight at 9 p.m. and every Thursday night. All the very best. And we are so thrilled with the success.
Also, you've been so loyal to us and you've always plugged us. And I want to say thank you so much, Larry, for that.
It was very easy. Thank you, Eve.
Thank you.
Do you fancy enjoying my afternoon delight while you're here? Before we do that, can I just say, all right, well done, Nigel Burt Llewellyn from Haverfordwest, who got the answer to today's 2:45 teaser correct. It was 155 boxes. Obviously, you knew that, Eve. But now it's time for my
Afternoon delight.
Brad Bird, writer, director of the Disney Pixar film. He's going to be on the show tomorrow because he is behind The Incredibles and Incredibles 2. It's released in cinemas tomorrow, so my afternoon delights all week this week are superhero themed. So today I've chosen a 60s track, and this is Donovan and Sunshine Superman. Like
Nice, nice. Could have got me in tomorrow, mind.
it? Yeah. Next time?
Yeah.
Sunshine came softly through my window today. Could have tripped out easy, but